The Learning and Development Roadmap, or your ladder, can be found on NKO. And when you log in and you search in your training section for your specific rate and you pull up the ladder, that's the document, that's the program, that's the process that helps you as a young sailor groom into being a more senior sailor on that roadmap that the Navy expects you to be on. And it not only helps you at your career development boards. In fact, you should be demanding this as part of your career development board. But the ladder not only helps you, but it helps your leadership, because when you sit down and you look at that next progressive step and the one after that and the one after that, you can talk about how do I achieve going from MC3 to MCC and beyond. So you can see that next step, that even though you're an MC3 and you're looking at MC2, you can see what's expected all the way up to Master Chief. And this is where you're making these early decisions and setting yourself on that roadmap for success, especially as a third class or junior sailor. So this tool, the ladder, doesn't just talk about being an MC. It talks about being a sailor. It talks about, your sailor's creed. It's part of that packet. It talks about your career development board and has that check sheet. It has your check sheet for your standard required quals, your 3M, your DC. It talks about shaping your career down the road all together. Your ladder is great for you as a progression tool, but it's important to know that it's also required. It's required by OpNav instruction that the Navy has this learning and development roadmap, and that every sailor and every rate has a ladder, and that it is used in your career development boards as a tool for you and a tool for your leadership. And so to see it laid out in a document that now that young sailor can just access and pick out and print and read and start controlling what they own and doing these things on their own and start preparing to have that conversation with the chief and get ahead of the game, goes right into what the Navy's expectations are today in this culture and being relevant with the C&O sailing directions of be ready, war fighting first, operating forward. The ladder helps you do that as a sailor in the concept of, don't wait for things to happen to you, make them happen for you. And the ladder does that for you. So I urge every sailor to get on NKO, bring up the ladder that has your rate, learn your learning and development roadmap, get to know yourself, who you are in your own career progression, and how you need to take these next steps. And then shape that conversation with your leadership to help you get there. Because the more you know about your own ladder, your own roadmap, the more we're able to fill in those holes for you because you're answering your own questions up front. And we've given this opportunity in the Navy to you as a sailor to control and own your career the best that we possibly could and the best early steps that we could. And it helps us help you. And I think that's just a wonderful part of being a sailor in the Navy today, is that you have this opportunity to control your next step and help us help you get there. Don't wait for things to happen to you. Make them happen for you.